Hey guys!
Hey guys. We should call this guy.
What?
He's the installer of the year for 2010.
Oh, installer of what?
I don't know.
His van looks very reputable.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Well, then again, it's the same van as the childcare one right next to it.
The Pee Wee Ranch.
Here's our problem.
Okay, we live in this house, right? We've lived here for a long time, like 5 years probably, right?
Right.
Okay, so, and we rent because it's a renter's market, and it's the home of a person that I used to go to school with, like back in the day. So I've been to this house like since I was a little kid. And then everybody moved out, all the kids moved out, went away to school, moved away. The mom found a smaller place and said, hey, I'm gonna rent out this house. The house is like a Franken house. It's falling apart. The neighbors, who are like 175 years old, they sit outside and they just stare at the neighborhood in their little plastic chairs on their lawn. They were like, we remember when they built onto it, because if you've ever seen the outside, there was a normal house with a normal garage, and then they started building all this other stuff onto it. Like additions, but like seriously like a Franken house, because it's so, he said they use like railroad ties and crazy things that you don't build houses out of in at least good quality homes. I don't know.
Like people's bones.
Probably. But we pay like a crazy cheap rent, and it includes our utilities, so it's like crazy cheap, like super crazy cheap, like a super crazy awesome party. Now the house is like falling apart. Whoa, that was scary.
What's going on?
As I say with both my hands off the wheel. Now the house is falling apart. There's like all these leaks in the roof because there's like extra stuff coming out of the roof that we don't really need. We have a bowl in our closet that collects the rain that drips into the closet. What are all these kids doing?
They're leaving school?
Oh my god. That's a lot of kids.
It's scary sometimes when kids leave school.
Ah! But so, this is not a kid.
That's an adult.
Oh.
Adults are not allowed to walk down the street.
Not when kids are leaving school. Oh, we're behind a bus, that's why. What the heck? Public transportation. Can you show a screenshot of like the radar?
Yes.
Okay, here's a shot of what's going to happen today. So, with a leak in the roof, plus that equals bad times. Get over if you're gonna get over. Come on.
Oh,
you're going the other
way. That's annoying.
He had his turn signal on the opposite way that he wanted to turn. Didn't mean to scare you guys. This guy comes out to fix the roof, right? Actually, no, let's start at the beginning.
Our landlord. LL.
We'll call her.
Why don't you just call her the landlord?
Okay, the landlord. And if you haven't, you should watch The Landlord with the Will Ferrell thing, and picture her as our landlord. But she's not. She's different looking than that. So she says, okay, yeah, we're gonna get it fixed. We'll have somebody come out. So this guy never calls us. Never. Doesn't even, nothing. We called him, nothing, nobody called. Eventually, fast forward to the following week, then he calls, hey, I'm calling to fix your roof. And we're like, no, screw you, dude, because we called you last week. Way to do your job terribly. This other guy comes out, and he seems like legit, like all right. And he says, I'm gonna fix it next Tuesday. He pulled to see you next Tuesday, basically. We were like, okay, sweet, we'll be here. So then, it's like today, Tuesday, noon o'clock, and we're like, oh, this guy never called us. I wonder what's gonna happen with that. So then we call the landlord, and she calls him, and he calls us and says, I'll be there in 30 minutes. So that's pretty sweet that he probably forgot. He shows up and he says, okay, I'm not gonna fix it. My work's backed up, blah, 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 excuses that I don't care about. Tim says, well, you said you were gonna fix it. He says, well, I guess I lied. Hey, buddy, please don't be a dick. Yeah, you were cutting me off, so don't be a douchey.
What?
The guy behind me, he like sped up to, don't speed up and try to hit the person in front of you like a dick face. Then he comes and he does this temporary fix, and Tim has to like judo chop his face off so that he'll do it. And then I called the landlord, and she was like, oh, well, at least the other guy didn't come, because he's like 10 times worse than that guy. And I'm like, WTH, do you even care about us or us living in your stupid house? I guess not. The end. It's pretty awesome other than this.
He's gonna come back out on Thursday to do the full fix, and then he's gonna come out on Monday to do the inside fix. Just a big waste of time. My arm hurts really bad right now. Just sat down to edit the vlog and I totally realized I didn't tell you guys the direct team. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.